Like and subscribe right now for more! Yo, what is going on, guys? A remix right here today. As you guys can see, we are not on any game today. This is actually a little bit of an unusual video that I typically wouldn't do. But today, Helldivers released a massive update. Like a really, really good update. I've taken a little bit of a look over these, and I think a lot of them are very good. Some of them I don't really necessarily agree with, but we'll go over that in this video. So, before we get started, hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe. You're getting free daily content. You might as well just hit that sub button so I don't have to keep asking you. Just do it. Okay, so today, guys, again, like I said, Helldivers 2 released an update patch with a lot of changes, starting off with planetary hazards active. So pretty much many planets now have additional environmental challenges that will appear at random while you are deployed, from fire tornadoes to meteor showers to many more. This is such a cool aspect because now as you're playing, not only do you have to deal with bugs or robots, but now you have to worry about hazards that are actually in the sky. And obviously there were hazards such as like heat and cold. You'd move slower in the cold, and I don't even really know what the heat does. But having like fire tornadoes and meteor showers that you have to look out for and deal with, I think that's a super cool factor that Helldivers has now incorporated, and I think that's really sweet. The next one that is going over is balancing. So eradicate missions now require more kills and enemies spawn more often. So pretty much this is the mission where all you do is either kill robots or bugs. So they just pretty much come in waves until you've killed enough and your extraction is available. Me and my friends and everybody that I've played this game with have all pretty much agreed that these are very easy missions. These are very easy missions. It is not hard to take out the bugs or bots. You really can throw down a sentry, a couple sentries even, and let them really do the work for you. So this is actually a very good change. Make it more complicated, make it more complex, and longer videos for you guys. So look at that, we're all benefiting out here. It also says here that the time to complete the mission was previously shorter than intended and should now usually take twice as long to complete. So twice as long is actually pretty crazy. Because these missions, I would say they'd probably take, I don't know, on average like 10 minutes. So now it's a 20-minute mission. So now you're really investing some time. So hopefully the XP and stuff like that rewards you as well, because the XP on these missions wasn't that great. So now we get down to the weapons, the more fun thing to talk about in my opinion. So I see Breaker off the rip. The Breaker shotgun is considered to be one of the best guns, if not the best gun in Helldivers 2. It is just unbelievably good. You can sit there and spray. It really is really versatile. I personally don't use it, but I do know it's very, very, very good. So it says here that it's decreased magazine capacity from 16 to 13, increased recoil from 30 to 55. So pretty much you're not going to be able to spray as much, and you're going to miss more bullets. So this will obviously make more guns more versatile, because obviously you want to hit all of your shots when you can in this game. So having a less ammo and more recoil is never a good thing. So this will be kind of a change that they may have to tweak later. I have not been able to really showcase it. Maybe I'll make a video over the Breaker shotgun just showing the difference, but that's a big maybe. Now this is one that I disagree with. It says the railgun, decreased armor penetration and decreased damage against durable enemy parts. So pretty much I don't agree with this. I think the railgun was pretty good. Obviously it could one-shot a lot of the bigger creatures, but that was the benefit of having the railgun, I feel like, because the autocannon is also a very good alternative to the railgun. And if the railgun's not able to kill like Bile Titans or Chargers or things like that quickly, you might as well go with the autocannon, where you can just spray and probably do more damage in the long run. So I could definitely see this one getting reversed. Next up, we got the flamethrower. This is something that I was super excited about when I first knew about it in the game. Super stoked about it. I was like, flamethrower, that sounds awesome. The flamethrower was utterly trash. It now has increased damage per second by 50%. That is actually huge, because the flamethrower, I mean, some of you guys may have liked it, but me, I never picked it up. I'd see it, never pick it up, because I just didn't think it was worth it. You could catch yourself on fire super easy. It took forever to kill the bugs anyway, and it was just more of a hassle to use than anything. So seeing that damage increase per second is very, very valuable, and probably will have me use the flamethrower more often. Now, next up, we got the laser cannon. So now it's got increased damage against durable enemy parts, increased armor penetration, and improved ergonomics. This is something I can't really touch on. I've never used the laser cannon. I know it's like the giant beam that shoots from the sky, and it could be very effective. I just don't use it personally. I kind of stick to my bread and butter, and it really gets the job done. So, yeah, I can't really speak on the laser cannon, but I hope for the people who use the laser cannon, this was a good update for you. It can't be bad because it was all increased damage stuff. The next one is the Punisher, the thing I was most excited about to see on here because the Punisher is my favorite gun in the game. It is the gun I use in the game. It is the shotgun that saves you a lot of ammo, and that is my favorite thing about it. So now we got increased total ammo capacity from 40 to 60, increased stagger force, increased damage from 40 per bullet to 45 per bullet. Like, that is huge. That is huge. Increased total ammo capacity from 40 to 60 is crazy. That is 20 more bullets that you have to use. This might put the Punisher above the Breaker. I know I'm crazy to say that, but the Breaker got a huge nerf, and the Punisher got a pretty good buff. Increased damage from 40 per bullet to 45. That means you're just getting more one-shots. And I already get one-shots with this weapon. So to get more of those, I mean, yeah, I would almost put the Punisher. I mean, we're going to have to put it up for the test, but the Punisher might be the new best gun in the game. Then it also talks about the Breaker Spray and Pray. Increased armor penetration, increased fire rate from 300 to 330, increased number of pellets from 12 to 16 per shot, and decreased magazine size from 32 to 26. Now, I'm sure maybe the Breaker Spray and Pray may be like a variant of the Breaker. They do have variants like that. I've actually don't think I've ever seen it. I've only used the normal Breaker and then the incendiary rounds Breaker, unless that's what that is. So I really can't speak too much on this either. If you use the Breaker Spray and Pray, hopefully this did good for you. Next up, we got the stratagems. These are some of the coolest aspects in the game of Helldivers 2. In my opinion, I think that stratagems are one of the things that are absolutely great. I think they're awesome, and I think that they make the game more unique, and I really love this aspect of them. So now we got the Energy Shield Backpack, increased delay before recharging. So that got a nerf. So I would assume that that was coming back a little too quick, they were realizing. People were kind of not abusing it because obviously it was in the game, but people were using it a lot. And I'm sure that they noticed that, you know, it's probably a better time for recharging here. And then we got the 380 millimeter and 120 millimeter orbital barrages, increased duration of the bombardment and decreased spread. This is actually huge. I actually stopped using some of these orbital barrages because they were so spread out. It would end up killing my teammates or killing myself. They just weren't very effective, in my opinion. They just weren't. I moved away from them because of this. So to have a decreased spread and increased duration, that definitely opens up some opportunities. These are very good against big bug nests, I feel like, especially when bugs are flooded into the bug nests. I think they're very effective. And I also think in the automaton section, going against their little buildings that produce robots, throwing that on there and just barraging everything, I think that that's a very, very good buff. All right, next up, we got fixes. Now, this is probably what a lot of people want to know about. This game obviously was huge off the launch. They never expected it. And so there are quite a bit of bugs that are being found and obviously being fixed. Not all of them being fixed, but some of these are important and definitely good to know about. I'm going to try to go through these a little bit more quick because, as you guys can see, there are a lot. So, fix certain bug holes, including stalker nests that were unnecessarily hard to destroy. I have personally came against this myself, where you just... I feel like I've thrown you can carry 4 grenades. I feel like I've thrown all 4 of my grenades at some of these nests and they just don't break. Or shooting an autocannon, they don't break. So that's very nice to hear that that's going to be a little bit easier, because sometimes bug holes can get very, very difficult to deal with, especially when all bugs are surrounding you. Balance lighting across all planets to solve cases where the game was too dark. I ran into this issue the other day, actually. I was making a video and I actually had to cancel it and going again because the map was so dark. I couldn't see, so I know you guys couldn't see. And what kind of video is that to make you guys watch a dark video? Like that's just absolutely insane. So that's very nice to hear as well. That also make the colors look pretty good, I feel like. Improved flashlight efficiency. Thank goodness the flashlight was pretty much pointless in this game. I mean, I wouldn't say pointless, but didn't provide a lot of light. So to hear that'll shine a little brighter for us Helldivers will appreciate that, I'll tell you that. Increased visibility during sand rain weather on Errata Prime. Now, I can't think of Errata Prime off the top of my head, but I can think of storms that make it very hard to see, so I'm sure that this was a case of that. And yeah, so having better visibility is always a good thing, and I'm glad that they're like actually seeking and finding these and actually improving upon them. Improved cases where some materials could look blurry if lighting graphic settings was set too low. So it sounds like they're working on the graphics a lot, which is very nice. The game already looks absolutely beautiful, but to hear that they're improving upon some of those factors is very, very good to hear. That means that they're actually trying to improve their game. And as a lot of you guys may know, there are a lot of big companies out there that do not, and they don't care about their game once they put it out. Once you buy it, they know they have you. So to actually have a game that cares about their community and wants to make it as best as possible is very, very nice. Fixed some cases of large assets floating if the ground beneath them was blown up. I run into this a lot with bugs. I'll drop like a 500 kilogram bomb on them or whatever, and they die, but it makes a crater in the ground, but they're still floating, so you can't really maneuver because they're just sitting there dead, not despawning. So that's good. That's a nice fix as well. This is one of the coolest fixes, in my opinion. Helldivers standing next to the ICBMs during launch, which is the nuke, guys. That's pretty much the nuke. I've made many videos seeing the nuke. Will get properly toasty with a chance of not so spontaneous combustion. So that means if you're standing too close to the nuke, you can literally just all of a sudden explode. That's such a cool aspect. I love that they're adding small little things like this into the game. It makes it more fun, makes it more interesting. And you know your boy's gonna have to go right next to that nuke and spontaneously combust. This is another huge one that I didn't really know was a bug, but I always wondered what their purpose was. Camera no longer locked on player's own corpse and blocking spectator mode. When you die, you literally just have to look at your dead body. Like, you don't get to watch your teammates and see what they're going through. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's very, very good to hear that you no longer just have to stare at your corpse for however long until you can get back. Obviously, you have to be reinforced by a teammate. So if they're in a sticky situation, you could be sitting there for a long time. So these are also the known issues. I'm just going to like scroll through them pretty much and show you guys. I'm not going to talk about them. There's only one that I'm going to talk about. And it is, so right here. Players may become disconnected during play. This happens not really often to me, but I feel like when I play with like a squad of 3 or 4, somebody's getting kicked out. Actually, I was playing with my brother and my friend the other day, and my brother got kicked out like 3 times for no reason. And the weird thing about being kicked out on this game is you can actually complete the mission by yourself. It's like you get disconnected from the server that your friends are playing on, but it like puts you in your own server. So you can actually finish the mission and get the XP and stuff like that, but it still like kicks you out from playing with your friends. It's very annoying. You have to restart your application a lot. And yeah, so I'm glad that they know about this issue, and I'm glad that they're working to actually fix this. All right, guys, that is going to be the video. I know that this was a little bit different and not my typical thing. So thank you if you made it this far into the video for watching. If you watch this video, that means you're a real Helldiver, so shout out to you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for all the love and support on the latest Helldivers videos and shorts. It has been absolutely crazy, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love again. Please, if you did enjoy this video, smash that like button. I will make more future update videos if this one does well. And yeah, if you're new here, hit that sub button and go watch the previous Helldivers videos. They're pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, guys, it's been your boy, Remix right here, and I'm out. Peace!